Hi there, this is Andrew Brody with Yokogawa's Network Solutions Group. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the new alarm annunciator feature on the DAQStation Advanced R3 firmware. So what we're seeing here is we're seeing the new annunciator screen that comes with the unit, and I currently have it configured with 4 different alarms on 1 temperature point. We can see that I'm allowed up to 5 lines of text, and that the text can be replicated or it can be a little different. You can see that I tried to keep the first 3 lines the same since it's all the same temperature sensor, but then I kind of did a different one like high caution, high warning, high, and high critical. And then for the last line I just kind of showed you that you can have a little longer text to help capture whatever you need. Now you can have up to 80 of these boxes on the screen. Now of course as the boxes multiply in number, they're going to decrease in size since you have a fixed real estate for your screen. So you can have up to 80 of those. Once again, the more you have, the less text you're going to have on the screen. I'm going to show you how these can be configured. So right now you can't see it, but I'm going to kind of call out some of the buttons that I'm pushing on the front panel of the DAQStation. Right now I have everything stopped, which is a good position to be in if you're configuring the unit. I'm going to hit the menu key. The menu key is going to come up with a few things here, and if we go down, I'll just quickly show you the alarm I have configured. So I have my measurement channel here, range alarm, and if we take a look here, I have it as a type T thermocouple, and I have 3 high alarms at various temperatures, 29.5, 31, 33, 35. I could turn relays or switches on and off, and I am detecting all of those. So let's escape out of here. Next thing I'm going to do is go down to this message, comment, text, and I'm going to go over and I'm going to go down to comment text fields. Right here you can have up to 200 of these comment text fields, and if I just go +1 down at the bottom there, I can see some of the ones that I filled in. I think I filled in about 8 of these. Alright, and then if I keep going, I just have blanks thereafter. So let me kind of tell you how these are used. These comment text fields are essentially reusable lines of text that you can then group together in what's called a comment text block. These comment text blocks can then be assigned to specific alarms you're trying to enunciate. So in this case, the first comment text block, I've chosen to use comment text field number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8. If I go up to the top here and I go +1, I can see for comment text block number 2 I chose 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8. And if I just go through them, you can kind of see that I've picked certain comment text lines to go into my comment text block. So let me escape out of here. Now once you have a comment text block, you need to be able to assign that to a specific alarm that you're trying to enunciate, and that would be shown up here under display. Under Annunciator is where you get to assign them. If you don't see Annunciator, it means that under the basic settings menu you have not turned it on. So I'm going to show you quickly how to turn it on if you're not seeing Annunciator here. So from this menu, and remember you get here by pressing the menu key, and then to get to the basic settings mode on R3 you can go down to the bottom and pick basic setting mode, but if that's disabled or not there for some reason, you can hold down the function key for about 3 seconds, and that's going to take you into basic settings mode. Once you're at basic settings mode, you can now get to all your deeper alarm settings. Like for example, I can pick alarm here, and I can go down here and set, am I going to hold, am I going to reflash, what's my hysteresis or deadband on alarm, how are my relays going to act when I'm in alarm. This is all standard from regular DAQStation configuration. So let me escape out of here and show you where we're going to activate the annunciator. Okay, up at the top we're going to go over to the environment tab, then we're going to go down to alarm, and then we're going to go over, we have action, And under Action, I can say whether I'm going to log my alarms, and here's the new Annunciator mode option. This is where I can go ahead and turn it on. Once I've turned it on, I have a few different sequences that correspond to some of the ISA conventions like lock-in and double lock-in and stuff like that. I can also pick whether I want white as my background or green as my background when I'm not in alarm. Okay, so I'm going to escape out of there. Level color. You can now have different level arrangements. Like 1 is greater than 2 is greater than 3 is greater than 4, and then we've got some other ones down at the bottom you can choose from. And over here we can pick up to 4 different colors for each level alarm, from red, orange, yellow, or pink. And these colors correspond to the 4 different alarm levels that you're allowed when you configure an alarm for a measurement or a math channel. So I'm going to escape out of here. So that's what you need to set up in the basic settings menu to get the Annunciator turned on. So I'm going to go End now. I'm going to let those new settings take effect. As soon as the system restarts, I'm going to hit the menu key. I am then going to go down to Display, and I'm going to show you how the Annunciator configuration works. So I'm going to pick Annunciator. Now we have up to 80 positions on the screen. In this case, I'm using 4 positions. And for example, here I have Annunciator position 1. I can go plus. That's Annunciator position 2, Annunciator position 3, Annunciator position 4. And what we can see for each of these is they're all on the same channel, but they're 4 different levels of alarm on that first channel. And accordingly, if I go through plus through this, we can see that's the 2nd level alarm on the first channel. I'm also using the 2nd comment text block. 3rd level alarm, 3rd comment text block. 4th level alarm, 4th comment text block. Alright, so now I'm going to escape out of here now that those are all set. And here we are. Here's the Annunciator screen. If I hit Display Enter, we can see over here on the side menu that there's an Annunciator window. Once again, if you're not seeing this Annunciator window over on the left-hand side menu, it's because it hasn't been turned on in the basic settings menu, or it hasn't been configured. So let's take a look at how this works here. So currently nothing's in alarm, so I'm going to see if I can trigger one of them. It might take a second. It looks like I triggered 2 of them. And essentially what we're seeing here is 2 different colors. We're seeing red and orange flashing. If I go Function key and acknowledge, alarm acknowledge, they'll stop blinking, but they'll still be an alarm. Now as they come out of alarm, what we're going to see is we're going to see the color go away and be replaced with green. So if everything cools down a little bit, we should see the orange go away, and then just depends how fast, we'll see the red go away. I got a cup of coffee here that's quite hot, so I'm going to put the thermocouple in that quickly just to show you what they look when they're all activated. Okay, and there we can see I've managed to activate all the alarms with my hot coffee. Okay, so I'm going to pull it out, and hopefully what we'll see is we'll see some of these back off so that they're no longer an alarm. And if I hit the alarm acknowledge key here, function, and then alarm acknowledge, we should have the blinking stop. And then eventually, as it cools down, the final alarm will go away. I just want to show you one other thing on alarms while we're doing Alarm Annunciator. If I hit the Display Enter key and I go down to Information and I go over, we have Alarm Summary here. This can show a time and date stamp of when we went into alarms, when we came out of alarms, and when we acknowledged. So if you have logging turned on and you have this alarm summary, you're going to have not only a really good Alarm Annunciator replacement, and once again, kind of like what I was doing here, where I'm capturing the screen on my PC via the VGA output of the DX, you can similarly order this DX with the VGA output option and run that to an LCD panel. And in that case, it also makes a great Alarm Annunciator, alarm logger, and time date stamper.